Hi, my name is Dee Dee, and welcome to Empower Your Summer, sponsored by Sky Schools. Sky Schools is an international program that started in the US over 11 years ago, and we have worked with over 100,000 young people, along with the adults who support them in their lives in some way, in over 200 cities throughout the US. So, welcome. We are a program that will give you tools and techniques on how to manage your stress, how to manage your emotions, and how to get through your summer in a more positive, enthusiastic, energetic way. And with that being said, today's session is exploring the relationship between stress and our energy levels. So, really, what is stress? It's If you think about it, it's not having the capacity or the energy to meet the demand, right? So then the next logical question is, how do we increase the energy in our system? And if we think about it, it sounds really simple, right? Like, some of it is really positive, but there are four impactful ways that we can increase our energy. The first one, which comes to mind, probably for most people, very obvious, is our food, what we're eating, right? But we all know this, but are we aware how food is affecting us? Meaning, say, like, it's one of those great American holidays, and like Thanksgiving or Christmas, and we're with family before COVID, and we're sitting and we're having that amazing meal, and then at the end of the day, how do we feel? Usually quite tired and lethargic, right? Because we've had a lot of food in the system. So how much we're eating is having an impact, as well as what we're eating. Now, will you have the same effect if you have a bag of potato chips and a soft drink versus some fresh vegetables? Right. So, what we're eating and how much we're eating has an impact on our system and how we're feeling. So, food is one of the ways that we're increasing the energy in our system. Very obvious. Next, most obvious, impactful way of increasing our energy is, let's think about it. If you don't get enough sleep the night before, how do you feel the next day? Do you feel good? Do you feel like you're on top of your game? Would you want to take a cross country drive? Probably not. Yeah, so sleep is impactful to our energy. And just like food, how much we're getting has an effect on our system. If you stay up most of the night because you've been working on the project, and the next morning you have to get up and go to work, and you've only had maybe about 3 hours to sleep, are you feeling that you're at your best? Probably not. You're still feeling tired, right? You're still feeling lethargic. So, not getting enough sleep. But on the flip side of that, what if you're like, okay, it's been such a long week, and so now I just want to like just rest, I want to take the weekend and just sleep, and then you sleep 16 hours on Saturday. How do you feel when you get up? Probably the same. You feel just as lethargic as you did if you only got 3 hours of sleep. So, just like food, how much sleep we're getting has an impact on our system. There should be a proper balance between rest and activity. So, those are the two most obvious ways that we're increasing the energy in our system. The next two, remember I said there are four impactful ways. So, the next two may or may not be as obvious to you. The third way that we would increase the energy in our system, and it's probably the most impactful way, is something that you do on a daily basis, but how much attention are you paying to it? Think about it. What is something you do every single moment of the day? You're breathing, right? But how much attention are you paying to your breath? Usually the attention comes to the breath when you're like maybe doing some aerobic exercising, or you're climbing a long flight of stairs. Then you're paying attention to the fact that you're breathing. Thank God that it's happening on its own, because most of us even forget that it's happening unless something is bringing our attention to it. So, our breath, it's the most impactful way that we are increasing the energy levels in our system. And I'll talk a little bit more about that in a moment. And our last way that we are increasing the energy in our system is by having a calm, positive, happy mind. And you may think, never thought about that, but it's true. Think about it. Do you ever complain? Have you ever heard someone else complain? How does that feel when they're constantly complaining? Is it a little bit irritating, annoying? And what about you when you complain? Having some awareness around that, it's draining to our system. So, calm, positive mind. And I said the breath was the most important, most impactful way of increasing our energy. So, let's take a look at that. How long can you go without eating before, they start to dig, and put you 6 feet under? 4 to 6 weeks, if you're drinking water. How long can you go without sleep before you go a little cuckoo? Maybe 72 hours. And how long can you go without a calm, happy mind? Some people, maybe it can be a lifetime. They never know that experience. They get conditioned to being in that constant state of complaints. But breathing, how long can you go without your breath? Unless you're an Olympic swimmer, maybe 2 minutes. And that's a big maybe. That's how important our breath is. Breath is the equivalent to life. And in between that first inhale of life and that last exhale of life is what we call life. And how we experience it, the perception of it is 100% up to us. So at any given point in time, how we feel is totally up to us when we're paying attention to the energy levels in our system. So when you're feeling light, happy, enthusiastic, a positive state of mind, that means that your energy level is up. And you feel that you have that capacity that you can meet any demand that may be coming your way. But when you're feeling low, there's worry, there are more negative emotions. That is when the energy level is down. And that's when you feel more contracted. That's when you feel less able to be there at your full capacity. So just by having some awareness around how we feel, and what's going on inside of us with our energy levels, we can decide where we are needing to put some attention. And the breath, the more that we're practicing breathing techniques, not only does it increase the energy level in our systems, but it also increases our awareness. The outer awareness is as to what's going on around us, to be safe in whatever's happening outside of us, but also the inner awareness. Just by putting some attention on the breath, we are increasing the energy levels in the system, but also increasing our awareness level. So now with that being said, and remember our 4 sources of energy, what was the first one? Food, sleep, breath, which is the most impactful way, and a calm, positive mind. So now we're going to learn a breathing technique that will give us an increased sense of energy, but also a relaxed state of alertness. This particular technique is called power breath. And the way that we do this technique is we use our breath along with our hands. So we have loose fists by our shoulders. And the breath is going to take place in and out through the nose. So we breathe in through the nose. Let me adjust my camera just a bit so that you can see. So hands are here. We breathe in through the nose. And as we breathe in, the arms go up and the hands open at the top. And then as we breathe out, they come back down to where they started. So it looks like this. Okay, so it is a slightly enthusiastic, vigorous inhale and slightly forceful exhale. So when we breathe in, hands go up, open at the top. We breathe out, and we're pushing all of the air, all of the stale air out of the lungs. Okay? So you want to sit up with an erect spine with this particular technique. You can sit up on a chair or you can sit on the floor. If you're sitting on the chair, what I would like for you to do is to make sure that you're not leaning back on the chair. Okay, that's important because if you're doing this, then most likely what's happening is you are collapsing your lungs and you will not get the full benefit of the technique. So if you're sitting up straight, so maybe you can come to the edge of your chair or just make sure at minimum that the back is not leaning against the back of the chair. Okay, keeping the lungs open. And let's bring our fists by our shoulders. And you can start out by just watching me for 1 or 2. And then after that, you should comfortably have it and you can close the eyes, okay? And don't worry, I will guide you through the whole thing. So we're going to do a few rounds. Let's bring our fist by our shoulders. And let's take a deep breath in and let it go. Now begin. Breathe in, out, in, out, in, out. Continue. Maybe you can close your eyes now. Very good. Now relax. Place your hands on your lap with the palms facing up towards the ceiling. And if you haven't closed your eyes, go ahead and close your eyes now and really pull the attention inside. Whatever's happening outside is happening outside. It's not of interest to you right now. All of the attention is inside. Just observing. Very good. Now let's bring our hands in position. We'll do a second round of power breath, okay? So again, loose fists are by your shoulders. Your elbows are just lightly touching your sides. Again, just take a transition breath in and let it go. Now let's begin. Breathe in. Take the hands up, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Keep going. And relax. Keeping the attention inside. Just observing. And let's do one last round of power breath. Let's do one last round. Bring your hands in position. Loose fists about the shoulders, elbows about the sides. And taking a transition breath in and breathe out. And begin. Breathe in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Keep going. And relax. Placing the palms on the lap, facing the ceiling. Again, just observing what's happening inside. Not making any judgments, just observing. And when you're ready, you can gently open the eyes. So, how was that? That is called a power breath. And a nickname that some of us have for this particular technique is coffee breath, because it gives you the same sensation of having that burst of energy, but without the side effects. Because some of us, if you like me that don't drink a lot of coffee, you can have a little bit of the jitters. For some people who may drink a lot of it, and if they don't have it, then they may have a headache. But you can do the power breath / coffee breath and get that burst of energy without having any negative side effects. So again, you're sitting on this ocean of energy that's inside of you that you can take advantage of at any given point in time. So walking away from the session, you have this technique, power breath. You can do it anytime that you feel that you need that little pick me up. The only time I recommend not doing it is just before bed, because then that takes away from your sleep, your other source of energy. Okay, so you can do anywhere between 15 and 20 of these, 3 rounds each. That's about how many we did this time. Okay, so now we're going to explore our other source of energy of a calm, relaxed mind. And so now I just want you to sit back, close your eyes, and just relax. We'll do a little guided relaxation process. And all you need to do is just relax. Closing the eyes. And take a deep breath in through the nose. And let go. Another deep breath in. And let go. Every incoming breath brings a sense of joy and energizes your entire system. Every outgoing breath brings a sense of relaxation and peace. This is a natural phenomenon that happens in our body every single moment. Bring your awareness to this phenomenon that's happening all of the time. Gently take your attention to your right foot. No need to move right now, we're just relaxing. And we're just having an awareness that we have a foot. Take the attention to the right knee. The right thigh and hip. Whole right leg. Take a deep breath in and let it go. And take your attention to your left foot. Left knee. Left thigh and hip. Whole left leg. Deep breath in and let go. Take the attention to the stomach and chest. Right arm, left arm, shoulders, throat, face, top of the head, and whole body. The whole body. Take a deep breath in and let go. Another deep breath in and let everything go. Bringing your awareness to this very moment. The moment before no longer exists, and the moment that's yet to come is just that, yet to come. Be in this moment. One more breath in and let go. And slowly and gently wiggling the toes and fingers, becoming aware of your body and the room that you're in. When you're ready, you can gently open your eyes. I hope that you enjoyed today's session, and just know that whenever you're feeling low, whenever you're feeling any type of negative emotion, whenever you're feeling like you don't have the capacity to meet the demand, i.e., stress, all you need to do is look at one of those four ways that you may be lacking just a little bit and adjust and increase the energy in your system. And then you can completely change the way that you feel. Just in this half an hour with me today, I'm sure that you feel a lot different than what you felt before logging into this session. So you have your tools that you can walk away with, your power breath, and thank you for joining us. And feel free to join us again for another session. But if you would like to go deeper and have, this is just a tip of the iceberg of what we offer in our full program. You can go to skyschools.org, and there we have a list of programs that we're offering throughout the summer where you can have a deeper, richer experience, even beyond what you had in these past 30 minutes, where we go into more depth with more knowledge around increasing our energy and managing our stress, along with a very beautiful technique that you can practice on a daily basis called the SKY technique. So skyschools.org. Have a beautiful evening, and I will see you again soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.